these guys. Why communists suck at
Russia
making
wants
cars?
to buy a car. He goes to the dealership. The dealer's like, hey, so you know there's a 10-year waiting list on these things, right? Like, all right, that's fine. And he puts some money down to buy it. Just before he leaves, he asks the dealer, hey, should I pick this car up in the morning or afternoon? It's 10 years away. What does it matter? He's like, well, the plumber's coming in the morning. We're used to competition. Every company wants to capitalize on the newest, fastest, and safest technology in order to appeal to us, the consumer.
For the record, the people that were making fun of me for spelling souped up with a instead of a S-U-P-E, spelling it as though it is a S-O-U-P. Please don't forget to subscribe, because a lot of people that watch my videos don't subscribe apparently, and hit that bell. I said it in the right way. I'm right. That's the correct way to spell that.
It's what drives innovation, after all. But what happens when that's not the case? When a communist state owns all the companies? Is innovation stifled? Today we're going to talk about some of the most interesting cars to come out of the USSR and what it was like to get your hands on one.
Okay, he's not wrong that like the cars were dog shit. I don't even know what the real reason is, but I wonder if he's just gonna say that it's like it's not though, lol. You're really telling me that fucking USSR era vehicles were good? Like they're not. But the irony, of course, is that like American vehicles at the same time were also dog shit. And yet we rarely ever think about that. Like American vehicles are still dog shit for the most part.
From 1922 to 1990, the United Soviet Socialist Republic, or Soviet Union, was a communist state that spanned 8.6 million square miles across northern Asia and Eastern Europe. The USSR was thick. One of the first companies to be nationalized and start production of a purely Soviet vehicle under the USSR's watchful eye was AMO, otherwise known as Avtomobilnoye Moskovskoye Obshestvo. We're keeping that in. The Moscow factory was the site of a stirring speech by Vladimir Lenin in which he promised the sons and daughters of the revolution that Russia would now step into the motor age. Engineers from the Scientific Automobile and Motor Institute working for AMO debuted the Nami-1 in 1927. The first original Soviet passenger car, this rolling monument to the proletariat was designed to combine the simplicity and low cost of a cycle car with the passenger capacity and comfort of a small car. It was considered an engineering success and did great on undeveloped roads, but ultimately failed because of its high production cost. Only a few thousand of them were manufactured between 1927 and 1931. For the next 20 years, the majority of vehicle production was focused on trucks and other military vehicles out of three plants: the Gorky Automotive Plant, or GAZ, the AMO plant in Moscow, ZIL, and the Yavoslavy Motor Plant, or YAMS. Manufacturing of all-wheel drive trucks continued through World War II. All in all, 417,000 heavy trucks were produced. In Soviet Russia, car designs you! Many
Oh my god, that's so bad, dude. It's so cheese. Okay, look, it's 2018.
Soviet car models were basically just communist copies of.
Look at the video's comment section. Nice music you have there. All of the people are equal, but some are more equal than others. As a Russian, I've never been that offended with something I completely agree with. Hi guys, I'm from Latvia. Before 1991, we were a part of USSR. My grandpa got a car after 12 years of waiting in line. When I was 10, he taught me how to drive. It was his beloved Lada Waz 21076. It's a light four-cylinder, 1.6 liter, 75 horsepower rear-wheel drive, 5-speed manual car that was simply amazing. Oh my god, the field of those cars is insanely cool. I got it as my first car at age 20 when I got my driver's license. I still have the car as my second car. Great cars, but anything above 120 kilometers per hour is really scary. You really feel the speed in that thing, and brake are horrible.
Cars sold in other parts of the world.
The fucking Volkswagen GTI freak is in the chat again. Bro, you should really check out the Volkswagen GTI. You'd love it, man. It's reliable, fast, it's fun, and it's efficient. You'd love it, dude. No, dude, I'm not gonna try
The car's mechanics would be simplified and the brakes and suspension beefed up to survive harsh Soviet roads.
Miss Vixen
Brands
Cat
like
calling
Fiat,
you? What
Ford, and Opel would get Soviet makeovers and would be rebranded and sold under different names. The first Soviet compact car was no exception. The KIM-10 was based off a British Ford model, the Prefect. Scientists from NAMI, the same group that developed the NAMI-1, reverse-engineered the Prefect and converted the resulting drawings into the metric system so they could be adapted to Soviet materials and production techniques. The dinky little four-cylinder had a 3-speed transmission and produced 30 horsepower. But surprisingly, the KIM...
Volkswagen is a Nazi brand. You will get memed into oblivion for buying Nazi cars. So is Mercedes, but they make fucking epic cars, dude. I had a Jetta for a very long time. Incredible car. They make great cars, dude. German cars are very good. Also, you know, Henry Ford was a sympathizer of fascists, so we all have our problems. Who wasn't a Nazi back then, huh? Out of all of the titans of industry, point me to a titan of industry that didn't think like, you know, fascism could be a good solution to this communism bullshit.
KIM's performance wasn't that much different than its British counterpart, and apparently it was actually pretty good for the time, light years ahead of any other car being built in the USSR. Post-war USSR saw a massive expansion into the automotive sector. Moskvich, meaning native of Moscow, acquired the entire Opel manufacturing plant in Germany after the Nazi regime fell. The factory, located in the city of Rüsselsheim, was a part of the post-war reparations paid out to the USSR by Germany. In 1947, they rolled out the Moskvich 400, modeled after the Opel Kadett. Soviet soldiers captured...
Like, I hate to admit it, but the old Nazi Mercedeses, or are they Mercedeses? Like, the G-Wagon is literally a Nazi vehicle. But the old, like, what's the car that Hitler had? Like, it's insane. The Mercedes-Benz Type 630. Look at this shit. Like, it actually looks sick. My 99 Civic is still going strong. Ford made 1/3 of the Luftwaffe motor pool. Wait, really? The G-Wagon is literally not a Nazi vehicle? How? Oh, because it was a military vehicle made in for the Shah of Iran. And it's like, it's after the, it's after Nazi, but I thought Nazis did have a G-Wagon. There was like a different G-Wagon. It's not the same one. It's made in the G-Wagon that we know now, it came out in 1979. But the predecessor of the G-Wagon is literally like a Nazi carrier, basically, which was, I think, the G4. Not the Volkswagen Beetle. Gelandewagen. The 1948, the G-Wagon's large adult father after World War II. Okay, no, there is a G-Wagon before that G-Wagon. No, that's not what I'm talking. Oh, yes, this is it. Yes. Mercedes-Benz W31 Type G4 was a German 3-axle off-road vehicle. It was like it's like a Nazi Hummer, as Chatter pointed out. That's not at all the same thing. That's one of my CP Bio partners' dad has. Cigar burns on the dashboard. Looks like it. What? The G4, which was made in the late 20s to the late 40s, is the spiritual predecessor to the G-Wagon. Exactly. The G-Wagon now is for me wagging this dick in your face. Good one. Stooping to the lowest of lows, getting stun-locked by Nazi cussy.
Few Opels and brought them back to the motherland. They carefully reverse-engineered every component on the car, then built their own version of it in Moscow. The Moskvich 400 had a 1.1-liter inline-4 and came in a sedan.
Okay, this is boring. Not really like that into cars, you know what I mean? So let's see what... Do they have like funny shit? Rich, white, owner of some company taking advantage of workers usually end up liking Nazi ideas? Yeah, no shit. RIP GT4586 Ferraris powered Toyota drifts. 2 grannies, 1 Lamborghini. $3,500 single turbo kit versus $8,100 twin turbo kit. We parked the race car at an expired meter prank. Fast driver, slow car, slow driver, fast car. How police cars got fast. How the American police car has changed everything. I thought you guys said these guys love Toyotas. Oh, the Supra. They're a car guy channel. I'm not sure if there's anything. Guy makes funny cars. B-Day 1901. What? The Cummins Mustang is dope. What the fuck? We made progress on a 4x4 off-road Hellcat. We got twin turbos for a police car. Okay, I feel like this guy's definitely a chud. The 4x4 Lincoln, this is a staple. What this guy has, the stapler in what is known as gambler rallies, I think it's called. God, I know so much about this shit because of Murat. Where the Gambler 500, well, they'll purchase like a really cheap $500, like a really cheap fucking car like this and kit it out and see if they can finish it. This guy is the Hoggers Murat. Murat is the Hoggers Murat.
Walk to greatness. The brakes don't work. I'm on the trail. My head! I need to work on the brakes on this thing. Oh my
Pretty cool though.
God! Oh. On the bright side though, look at the headliners got a leak in them. So that's the first thing, we need to fix the brakes because
Bro, this guy literally looks like fatter Murat. Like everything about this is Murat. Why does every car guy look the same, dude? You mean the Gumball 500 mostly rich car owners completing a cross-country race? No, dude, the Gambler 500 is not the Gumball. They are literally on the opposite ends of the racing spectrum. Why do you feel the need to correct me? When the Gumball is not the 500, I think it's a 5,000 anyway. Or 3,000? Here, I'll just show it to you. I don't know why I'm fucking not. Here, this is what I'm talking about. The Gambler 500 rally is a mostly off-road rally style navigational adventure using cheap and practical fun vehicles to run through the country and pick up trash, remove abandoned vehicles and boats. Participants are encouraged to spend no more than $500 on a vehicle. However, the limit is not enforced. Vehicles can be modified with no cap. Why do you remember all this shit? Because I have a really bad brain. And it only fits like dumb shit that I will literally never use for anything good. I have a bad brain. And also because I listen to Murat when he speaks and he doesn't shut the fuck up about cars and rallies and like literally that's all he loves.